toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view, so tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show, 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 the Stezo Radio
Show. Alright, y'all, welcome back to another special edition of Stezo Radio. We continuing our coverage of The Last Dance, the story of the 1998 Chicago Bulls. I got the homie Yella in the building, and I got a special guest. Y'all probably heard him on other Stezo Radio podcasts, Bear With Me People podcast. The homie JamesH. What's going on, James?
What's going on, y'all?
Now, James been itching to get on this show. He be on the live. He done hit me up. He said I was crazy about my statements about Juanita Jordan not being mentioned. He agreed with Yella. She don't deserve no light right now. It ain't about her. Yes, they beat me up over that, y'all. They beat me up over that.
She got $100 million, man. She good.
Okay, let's jump right into it. Episode 7, Episode 8. When we last left these basketball players, Michael Jordan was just going into his retirement. First off, was I the only one shocked that they really went into the whole retirement being a smokescreen for a suspension because of his gambling? I did not think this show would touch that.
I didn't think they were doing that either. But it's such a huge story. It's not like it's part urban legend, damn near truth, because people still believe that to be true. So they have to touch on it. Yeah, definitely. Because even in talk radio today, that's what they were talking about today. They touched upon that next week too. So it's a blemish on his name. I'm saying that's the one thing he can't shake.
That's very true. But like I said, I was still shocked. I'm thinking Michael Jordan got final say, and Mike said, "Fuck it, say everything."
I mean, so the record was I think it was on Thursday show, Thursday night. And they asked him that because whoever was the special guest, he was like, did Michael or his people tell you don't put that in, or they open your shoulder? Like actually, once we got through with the first 2 episodes, they looked at everything, they made whatever adjustments or things that they wanted in or out, and then after that, it was carte blanche. It's just real as, they give it to us.
Let me ask y'all, did y'all think, well now after watching this and, thinking back to the time, do you think Michael Jordan was just tired and done? First retirement I'm talking about.
The first retirement?
Yeah.
No, I'm like 18. So I'm thinking, no, he just got to get burned out, but like something that I thought it was gambling. I thought they suspended him.
Okay.
That's what my adolescent thought brought to me, because that was the biggest controversy going on prior to them winning the championship. So like all of a sudden he did it in the end. Really. So.
What about you, Yella?
I get from him explaining the amount of pressure on him. This Arsenal white figure every day, all day. I think that might have been weighing on him more than just that. I think he was tired of being like.
I had to question. No, I was just saying, I just question if some of the things they claimed to happen back then actually happened. Him talking to the one guy saying that he wanted to, retire before, but he had the Olympics and all that. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of good to say now because it make it seem like he thought about it way before, his father's death. But I don't know. I was thinking like, are they just trying to clean it up to make it seem like Mike had this thought way before he retired? Because I mean, if you said that Mike was thinking about leaving the game before the Olympics, what you're saying is Mike wanted to leave the game before the gambling came out. And I don't really believe that. Me personally, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not really too much to dispute that though, because his father had said when they abused the base had a that being motivation for him to retire, like he said I do say he didn't have no motivation of the third ring, Magic Larry didn't have one free. I don't think that man, that's Stezo.
No, I mean, seriously though, think about it. I mean, you telling you telling the greatest, like they was calling him the GOAT after that third one. You telling the GOAT, father or not, you telling the GOAT, hey, you should play baseball. The fuck? Nah, I don't know. That was a little, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
But maybe it wasn't so much that you was going to play baseball, but actually you just going to chill out. I mean, because, again, leading into that season, there was no talk of bringing up that team for him retiring or separate. There was never any mention of that. Like I said, the biggest controversy that I remember was him going gambling. That was even in the checks that they got from the guys involved. That was the biggest thing. There was no even whispers of, he's thinking about leaving the game, he's tired, none of that. Never heard that.
I mean, true, but that's what I mean. It's like I don't believe that he thought about leaving before the Olympics. I think he thought about leaving after all of that stuff kicked off with the gambling and his father. Because I mean, if he was talking about leaving that soon, what the hell was he gonna do? I mean, he was still too young to just say, well, I'm just gonna stay at home with the kids. I mean, what was he gonna do?
He was gonna eventually play baseball. I mean, that was that's part of it. That's what he was gonna do. It worked up to his favor though, because he walked straight into it. The timing could have been, timing could have been no better. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that timing was involved. Also includes his father passing. But you know what I'm saying? It kind of is what it is at that point in time. But it was a perfect storm of occurrences for him that kind of pushed him to the time. They say he never really played ball on his own. He was trying to find an escape from being on that. Dude, you basically explain how the whole world blames him, but blame him for the brother his father, bro. Like, you just imagining the whole world saying that you're responsible for the death of your father. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some hard shit to deal with. Especially, like it ain't no nothing. You see how it was when he was doing the press conference. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing they would just ask him the same random ass question over and over again. It was counting information.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I say I question if he really said it before the Olympics. Now, just talking, making a comment, okay, but I don't really think he was ready to leave, you know what I'm saying, before the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Being tired, yes, I give him that. But retiring and walking away, I don't know. But past that though, what did y'all think about cause I'm trying to be nice. What did y'all think about the Jordan can do no wrong? Or was I the only one that picked up on that? And no, I'm not hating on Jordan, but I was noticing like Jordan could do no wrong. You can call it motivating your teammates but nigga, I'm a grown ass man. You call me a hoe, we got a problem. you know what I'm saying? You call me a bitch, we got a problem.
It's like, I don't think too many times you gonna be able to say that.
Yeah, it seemed to me like Michael Jordan just kept getting a pass. Like, yeah, everything he did was to motivate them. Like, all right, come on, dude.
He is kind of get the pass, like you said, but those tactics work. They work. Shit, like BJ said, man, you can't leave that level of competitive. They say, overall, he's a good person. He got to be a nice, you know what I'm saying, being a good person, a nice person. That's good, you know. People are saying, in this case, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. No, I know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As long as he set this up, man, look, the next up down and started crying. Because just the thought of somebody thinking that he's doing something bad because he wants to make his team be as good as he wants. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you don't want to play like that, then don't play like that. And that was just like, Mike was just he was the big brother that was a bully. He would bully you and see if he was going to fight back and stand up for yourself. That's really what it came down to. And he wants to eat up. He just wants to fight big brothers and folks. But all of them got a ring. All of them got they got the ultimate goal fucking with you. So, you know what I'm saying? All three of us individually demand something different. You know what I'm saying? These are just say today, you're not going, I'm the same way, I know you're the same way. So the motivation would have been different. You see Scott Burrell, he was like, Mike even said, I tried to take a fight with him and he wouldn't go. He just wasn't in it like that, but he stood his ground. He didn't have to, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them wanted to slap the shit out of Mike, but they just, you know, they was afraid because he was something he was out of it.
Yeah.
You see what happened with Scott Burrell for him. Should have got tough.
Yeah, but that's the protection right there too. I mean, think about it. Mike knew good and damn well you put your hands up. It's like what was that Rocky movie? He's like, touch me and I sue. Come on, boy, touch me and I sue. You know what I'm saying? Like that was Mike. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can call you all out your name and say it's motivation. But at the end of the day, if you really do something, you scared you ain't gonna have a job tomorrow.
Hey, but in all honesty, Mike, I don't think Mike was that kind of person. Mike wanted to run. He wanted what he needed to run. I see him hustling them more than anything else. It's the individual thing with the name calling. That was more or less, it was on some side bench shit, doing practice, or he was like, I bet you can't do this, and this was his way of going and trying to, make him miss or whatever. That's what I think it was. I don't honestly think he was physically, trying to, bully you. He thought he could, hit you with some elbows like Kobe do. Don't come to him. He would, but I don't see it like that.
I also saw it like college hazing, because he mentioned a couple times, y'all wasn't here for the bad. Y'all coming in now, and y'all benefiting off the good, my hard work. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like I need y'all to bow down to me a little bit and say thank you for all the stuff you went through. And since you're not going to do that, I'm finna flex my muscle on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
I don't look at it like that. He said the situation was being occurred. I kind of feel that way too. Basically, you know what I'm saying? We realize the situation was being occurred, but like he did respect. He said they really should have that. It was better than that, but listen, I'm gonna say this right now. Necessarily said, there's a gap thing. Every move, if they back to that one, like they got into that one move, that one of my best friends in the world growing up, we met because we had a fight. We had a fight. He was bigger than he was smaller than me. I was bigger than him. I didn't expect to fight. He was like a kind of big fight.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we both sitting in the room, was all together.
mean, yeah, I give you that part, but the caveat that Mike had of saying it was to motivate, I call bullshit. I just think Mike like being a bully.
I agree.
Cause I mean, what more you gonna get out of Luke Longley? Come on now, he already 7 foot. What more you gonna get out of Luke Longley? But he didn't need much. He just need them to show up and be healthy. He ain't really need them to do much. And then, denying Horace Grant the food and talking on the plane. Oh, he played bad. He don't get to eat. Who? Oh, but they was gambling. He owed them money. Yeah, he owed him some money. And then I must say, because they, of course, during the retirement, you had to become Scottie Pippen's team, and then they added Tony Kukoc. And I don't know how y'all looking at Scottie in this whole documentary, but Scottie's looking real pussy. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. And I'm not trying to be controversial, like the whole I'm not going in the game, the whole battle with management over his contract we saw in the first 4 episodes. Like, and then for Scottie to say, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it the same. It's like, Scottie, you supposed to change that answer. I'm sorry.
Hey man, I was becoming the same way as I always did. Back then, Scottie played second fiddle for a long time, and when it was his turn, he tried to, be money. I mean, in a lot of ways, he wasn't. He did try to be his own man, and I think he did get rubbed the wrong way with Coach Stezo. And he has apologized and made amends for it amongst his teammates. But the public thing, we always gonna look at it. You want to go in and say 1-7 left? Just pass the ball, he can hit the shot. So I mean, it's no different, man. They, with some years past the guy, he's still all the fame. He's still got 6 rings. He is who he is. It's just that moment. Like Isaiah's a little better because of not shaking Mike in the hand. He's still, one right forever. So you can't do no harm there, honestly.
Yeah, but go ahead, Yella.
I don't look at nothing he did wrong. He was there and he stayed there. All of that shit. I ain't looking at Scottie. I got a whole new respect for Scottie. Matter of fact, Scottie Pippen should have been given respect. Let me tell you Scottie Pippen story real quick. I was at a wrestling show, right? And the thing at wrestling shows is, if y'all know, they start chanting in the crowd, right? Just chant anything, right? Anything. The cool thing is that we started chanting, right? So we was, we in Chicago, they was cheering a bunch of people, they were chanting a bunch of things, right? I got this Scottie Pippen chant at a fucking wrestling event. I got it was roughly 6,000 people to stand chant Scottie Pippen during fucking wrestling. He deserves more respect. And this show, this documentary shows real. Like, I respect him. Because I was a big fucking dude. He get autographs, bro, but in the moment, I can't. Like you said, he wouldn't take it back. He'd do it all over. He'd have to apologize again. But he'd do it all over.
Nah, me personally, I didn't like that answer. I'm like, you could have been like, hey, looking back on it, like Isaiah said, looking back on it and seeing the fallout, would I do it over, do it differently? Yes. I don't see what.
I'm like Mike, he ain't reading that shit back then.
But I'm saying Scottie couldn't even say it now. Like, yeah, I mean, the man made Bill Cartwright cry, man. Come on now. He made Bill Cartwright cry, and he's still like, I'll do it again. Like, damn, Scotty.
Dude, when they was describing that situation, it was just like, I just seen like some funny ass Disney moment and shit like that. But it bonkers. Let us down.
Yeah.
Like your old dad. Like, you let us down.
Yeah, that's how it seemed to me too.
When Cartwright was interviewing him earlier, they were talking about how Patrick Ewing was sitting in the interview with Georgetown at the Detroit logo. He was like, ain't no way this man did beat me, stop me with it, keep me from my opportunity. And I'm sitting here winning logo. And then he was like, the shoes? I don't see what's with the shoes. They don't feel good. I'm stunned. I'm like, for real? They made the shoes, man. I've heard some people say, like some people said that the Jordan thing all Jordan thing.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Every day wear them, some of them motherfuckers they comfortable. I got all kinds. I'm still rocking up that thing. I had on the damn young man of the blue chain.
Now, what I was a little surprised by, they didn't really go too deep into that season where Mike didn't play. Like they didn't bring up every Chicago Bulls fan or Chicago native know the New York game where they got cheated with that foul on the 3. How close they came to actually making it back to the finals. They didn't really talk about it that much.
It's just something, the Bulls made it, they was decent that year.
Yeah, but it goes back to when DN was on, we did, I think, episode 3 and 4, when he mentioned, is this about the Bulls or about Jordan? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because that was, to me, was major. Because, yeah, you had Scotty stepping up, and they almost made it back to the finals without Michael Jordan. But they didn't even mention it. Because like you said, it didn't involve Jordan. So is this a last dance of the team or just Michael Jordan's last dance? I know Jordan's the focal point, but I really thought it'd be more on that season. Like show us what Phil did, differently. Like think about it as a coach. The GOAT is gone. How did Phil motivate that team? You know what I'm saying? What was?
They kind of did though. Yeah, they kind of did. They broke down how although Scotty wasn't the scorer, and he was mainly facilitating how they how Phil decided to continue to run the track. You know what I'm saying? They showed how they showed him the tribute. It wasn't necessarily part of the
exactly.
I guess it was still part of the show. They showed him the tribute that season. The Bulls had 3 All-Stars.
But they didn't show him in the All-Star game. They They didn't show their numbers, how they improved without Michael Jordan. They like you said, they just said it.
He was All-Star MVP that year.
Yeah, they ain't even mention that. They didn't show him getting the trophy. I mean, it was just like Mike didn't play, so okay, the season happened. We think. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they trying to step. I get why though. They trying to tell a lot of stories. One big ass story. So it wasn't the story wasn't necessarily just what the Bulls was doing. They was telling they were telling the Bulls season and Jordan playing baseball and like a coherent story. So I kind of see why they didn't dive too much into the season because that kind of got away from what the main thing was. The main thing they did say though was that the team was just as good without him. You know what I'm saying? But I also get why he said they was riding hotels and success because next year, once they got rid of Horace and that kind of culture was gone, a lot of dudes was gone, then they started to kind of ease up.
Yeah, but okay, like one example I saw, B.J. Armstrong played. He got major clock in this Seven series, but they didn't even mention that B.J. was gone. They didn't mention why he was gone. I mean, they gave B.J. the credit for being the one to bring him to practice and and all that, but it was like you look up B.J. with the Hornets going against Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't say a lot.
Also, these are on everybody that gets the credit in this. I was going to do when I seen they did press conference, and my nigga Jordan was sitting next to Mike. I was just like, I know Stezo gonna get in here right now.
I'm just saying you can't spend 2 minutes talking about BJ being an all-star for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Horace Grant being an all-star for the first time. You can't spend 2 minutes on that, but you can spend. But that's what I'm saying. It ain't about the team.
I believe the bigger moment for BJ was him beating the Bulls.
They spent 12 minutes. They spent 12 minutes alone just on them building damn Space Jam basketball court. I mean, they couldn't break that time up to mention nothing about them.
That was important to him becoming who he was in that second run. Getting back to that start, that kicked off the 72-10 season. That's why that's important. His shooting schedule along with him training. Dude, that schedule big describe Memphis. They were playing 9-10 o'clock or later at night, going into the morning. They'd be like, how do you get up to the next day? He's got the schedule. He was a machine.
Yeah, that's what they showed. He was a machine. That's what they showed.
Even when Magic, if you think about the Dream Team, Magic was saying, he was like, no, and Jay, come on, baby. Play some more, we're gonna play some more. He was like, it's 3 in the morning, man.
Mm-hmm.
No. What no sleep down.
Okay, here's a point Parrish just made on Facebook Live. He said, they showed how Scottie wasn't a leader like Jordan was. So in that sense, Scottie ain't who y'all think he is. Then he asked, fuck Jordan bullying ass. I mean, they did. I mean, to me, they did show Scottie to be like, oh, you can't handle this. You ain't nothing but second. You can't handle the pressure. You can't handle when a play don't get called the way you like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Scottie was just pouting a little bit to me in this one.
But it's to be expected. It was his first year. Mike led them for a long time, and then he gone. And now everything on you. You know, in your mind, you thinking, I got to be number 23, but I'm 33. You know what I'm saying? And he played the way he could, but I still think there was still bad blood with Kukoc. Then that was part of the reason why he didn't want to do it. I really do. I still think there was some kind of bad blood because didn't they say something about a contract renegotiation, a contract? That deal wasn't done. But Kukoc time too, right before that.
But James, think about this though. When I say, because you Yella keep making fun of me about everybody getting mentioned. They went from Scottie and Jordan terrorizing Kukoc in the Olympics to Scottie and Kukoc being teammates without even, hey, how was that? Did y'all ever speak? Did y'all bring the Olympics up? They didn't say nothing. We just seen them playing together. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the dynamics, nothing. We don't know how they felt about each other. They didn't say shit.
I don't remember hearing anything about how they got along once they, became teammates. Clearly they didn't get along.
That's what I'm saying. If he didn't want to go in because he was getting the last shot, I mean. And then Kukoc said it. He was like, I had hit a couple of game winners that season already. So again, I'm like, what's your problem, Scottie? For real.
That's the way too. Or maybe he thought Cox was on some, this way to, push me out the way. Now, you want him to be the man. Now all of a sudden you got plays drawn on for him now.
Well, see, we'll never know because they just keep talking about Mike. We'll never know these things. That's what I'm saying.
I told you 3 weeks ago. This is about him and his ego. This is he trying to tell LeBron and everybody else to think that he's not the greatest and LeBron is the next one. No. I'm showing you blood, sweat, tears, crying, everything. I'm the greatest. And this is why. And it's about him. And about him leading the Chicago Bulls. Remember, it was Eddie Ruffin and the Temptations, not the Temptations. Everybody come to see you, coach.
Here's another point. I'm glad somebody else said it and not me. Paris said they showed that Mike lost to Orlando, but they blamed it on him being not in game shape, which he was. And a lot of people, even back then, said that Mike was in game shape. You know what I'm saying? They felt Mike was back to his self, especially after scoring that 50 nugget piece in the Garden.
No.
Okay, explain.
He came in a little bit after All-Star that year. Nobody was thinking championship. We thinking he should try to find, but not championship. No, I'm telling you, everybody that was around that I was kicking with then, we didn't see the championship coming because he had missed too much time. It wasn't like he was injured. He was doing something completely different.
Okay, let me say this, and y'all can attack me if you want to. Being in basketball shape has nothing to do with getting picked from behind.
Absolutely does.
What?
Absolutely does. Because basketball shape ain't necessarily physical, but it's your awareness you need to. If you see Ethan Lawson, Nick Emerson on the play. See, his head was hurt the other way trying to find Emerson.
What they got to do with being in baseball and basketball shape, though?
I don't think he was. Go ahead, Jay. No, I just don't think the focus was there like he had been before. And he wanted it, but it wasn't there. And he admitted that when he walked off the court, from the replay, you could see he understood what happened. He got that. He focused the next year. Like, seriously. I had fun. I thought he'd come back and, just do it. Okay. All right. I got you. And remember, they said he got everybody together. We were determined to do this. We saw what was missing. We got Dennis Rodman now. That team wasn't going like that. It wasn't like that.
No. Okay. I don't know, because I just looked at it like, dude, what does swinging a baseball bat 3 months ago got to do with you getting your pocket stole from behind?
It's the whole different player. That's a hard adjustment, man. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like he was making the mistakes often. That showed you that he just wasn't clicking like it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He struggled. Now, what I would tell you is that he probably didn't play as well as they made it seem like he did in that little couple of struggles. Because really, he just had the game, the first game he came back. He had double nickel in the guard. And then, here and there. Like, they wasn't a high seed. It wasn't like he bumped them back from, you know what I'm saying? It was like 6, 7 seed.
Okay, but the narrative got to be picked. Either he was game shape and got that 50 piece, or he wasn't game shape and still got a 50 piece. Which one is it?
No, the 50 piece ain't game shape. The 50 piece is like just being who he is. Yeah.
Right. So him being who he is got picked from behind. Ain't got nothing to do with playing baseball. That's what I'm saying.
No, you can see he was still back in some shit. But if he was just that, but it still took him a couple of days, like 2 games. get to the double thing. Now, he did the double rig with the first game back by time. Now, see what you're saying.
But do you see what I'm saying? That, and no pun intended, Mike. He was playing with house money. If he do good or make some great plays, it's because he's the greatest. If he make a mistake, it's because he wasn't in baseball shape.
No, I would say that if anything, he probably physically could have went into the. He didn't next season come back, but it's really just a kind of a situation of circumstance. We could have been talking about Michael Jordan as a baseball. Like they were saying, he had the potential to make it to the big team. If you went to the rock out, you know what I'm saying? He probably wouldn't have went back. So the hit going back was just like random on the shit. Like DJ said, we was a big square 1 minute and they one-on-one in that.
But let's be real. If Mike would have came back at the beginning of that next season and they still lost to Orlando, he still would have got the pass of, well, he been playing baseball. Yes, he would have.
No.
Yes, he would have. He would have got that pass.
If he came back at the beginning of the 94-95 season, that means he would have prepared all else. He'd had all that whole year he could get in game shape, get his brand himself, get back to good shape. So if he makes that same play again, the narrative he could have been this cheap, this hard. Then he comes back the next season, destroys it like 72 years.
That's the okay. Here's the point. Here's the point I was finna make. Paris just made it up. He like they lost to Orlando because they lost Grant. Grant wasn't there. And you see the following year they went and got your boy Robin. But they won't say that. They'll say it's because Michael Jordan wasn't in shape, and I don't think it had nothing to do with Michael Jordan being basketball ready.
If I'm not mistaken, they did mention the fact that losing the most points took away people.
Yeah, it took away rebounding, but not the reason why they lost. They said Michael Jordan wasn't in basketball shape, and I just don't agree with that.
Well, they mentioned it, so it's kind of 50-50. They didn't say like, hey, the Forrest Grant left, so that's how they lost. They definitely mentioned that Forrest Grant not being there was a huge factor in, you know what I'm saying, what was going on that season. That whole season. They said he left him. They said it in that. They said, yeah, they pretty much said it in that he left and became a starter. That's what I mean. Very happy. He got one on his team, man.
I don't know, man. This documentary is really reminding me why I wasn't the biggest Jordan fan. It's the nut hugging, man. Oh my, the nut hugging of Michael Jordan is just, whew. I mean,
you know what it is? I think it's because you see somebody who had all of those things, like you said, this killer instinct, this super aggressive attitude, this almost bully-like mentality. You know what I'm saying? This ultimate will to win actually took all that energy and put it into being exactly what he wanted to be. And that's scary to argue because it's not like people hate him. It's not like his teammates hate him. They call him an asshole, they say he's a jerk, yes, all this other shit, but they don't hate him. Except Isaiah Thomas.
I don't know. Horace, I think Horace Grant got a different feeling on that, man.
I don't think he hate him. I think he had different levels of relationship with people. I don't think nobody hates him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it was a basketball. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. He's not, you ain't hearing about him like ruining people's lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just literally wanted his team. He wanted his teammates. Did he take some questionable tactics? Yeah, probably. If he was a general in the army, we wouldn't be questioning his tactics. Yeah, it's the same thing. If you notice Jordan quitted going to play basketball before several times in his life. That's how he loved it. It's true. He's the captain. He's the leader of this group. know what I'm saying? This is his squad, and he's gonna take them out the war.
I don't know. I was getting the feeling that if it came out Michael Jordan slept with somebody's wife or girlfriend just to make them tough, that the world would be like, yeah, well, you know, he had to do that. He had to toughen them up. It's like, come on, y'all. come on, y'all. Y'all giving that man too much of a pass now. Too much of a pass.
I'm a advocate of getting the brother, hashtag get the brother. And I still feel like that's my favorite shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, come on, y'all. I mean, again, I forgot the Jordan love was that strong, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's, and I don't want to sound like a hater, but it's like, man, the way they spinning this documentary, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a national holiday out of this. For real.
Jordan Day.
Yep, Michael Jordan Day. Cause I mean,
For a long time, man, he was it. You know what I'm saying? He was it. Even in, you know, post-life, he still is it. I mean, we'll be talking about him forever, man. I mean, it's no way around it. He dwarfs and shadows all the other greats that came before him. That's really, you know, what it is. He's everything. And the documentary, I'm partial because I am a true Bulls fan, and it started with him. So, but I saw every game. I've seen every loss and every win since then. So I'm torn between the two, but that was the best years. You couldn't tell me nothing.
I mean, yeah, that's usually how it goes, and I understand that, you know, I understand fandom. I'm just saying this one right here took his to a whole nother level. I mean,
yeah, but look at it like this, bro. And I'm gonna say like, well, matter of fact, bro, I said, let me ask you, Stezo, have you always felt this way about him?
what about Mike? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate him. I tell everybody in the dough, he's the greatest player to ever play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I lost money betting against the Bulls back in the day, which I stopped doing. You know, in the finals. You know what I'm saying?
I I think I gotta do number one. That's what holds us discussion. I'm the greatest player. I'll put you up on that.
But you know, points have been made to me where I started looking at Mike as, okay, yeah, probably the greatest scorer ever, but you know, Magic went to the finals more than all of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's got to count for something. But yeah, I still count Mike as the greatest basketball player. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into the LeBron Mike argument because I just feel like that's an argument for now because it's happening now. Just like when Kobe was killing, it was the Kobe Mike argument. I think when the now player is hot, they become the next to rival the GOAT. But I also say that because Mike gets so much pub and attention, that whatever he does, like if Mike take a shit on the court, they gonna say it's perfume and cologne mixed together for the greatest smell ever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Huh?
If it sell, then do it. If it sell, then do it.
If what a sell?
If you're taking shit on the court and sell something from it, they'll let him do it.
Yeah.
You don't know. Everything is marketable.
Yeah.
Everything. Good and bad. So, I think part of me feels like the documentary a little bit does show that, he was an asshole, he was like my skin. Like, he wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Now, to some degree, a lot of people know that, but they don't know to what extreme. And he was just this nice guy as his public persona. But then you see all the cultures and everything. I didn't know how bad his language was. I thought here and there, but I wasn't thinking he was talking like them. The whole documentary is surprised me just how they talk, amongst themselves, like ways to be like talk like that. But that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. verbally, mentally, and physically abusing his teammates, but he's saying that's just motivation to hype them up. Really, Mike? Really? That sounds like some shit a girl would say. That sounds like some shit a girl would say.
Hey, if she could produce 6 championships, then she could, Hey, but what was the one thing all of them said though? He never asked you to do something he didn't do. Nobody denied, whatever was going on, he was doing the same thing.
Man, they probably dealing with what do they call that when you get so used to your abuser or your abductor that you just what is it called? I forgot the term for it. Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, they got Stockholm syndrome because they got rings. It's like
we call it
Stockton syndrome. Yeah. You know, like, yeah, so what? My uncle raped me. He paid for college. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's how they looking at Mike. I'm sorry, I had to be petty, but yeah. Oh, here's a good point, because I've heard this before too. Paris just said Michael Jordan was on steroids. That's where all that rage came from. I heard that briefly back in the day. I don't know, the boy did get big to go up against Detroit. 15 pounds of muscle. 15 pounds of muscle.
That's not hard. I can't do it, but that's not hard.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, let's do a bet then. Let's see if we can put on 15 pounds of muscle.
Give me a couple years, I got it.
Mike did that in one off season. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Mike did that over one off season. But nah, I still like the documentary. I just wish they would talk about other things. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if y'all remember, but when BJ wasn't protected, because that was the expansion team draft where they got BJ. And I remember them being upset. I mean, I remember Michael Jordan saying it publicly. He was upset that they didn't protect BJ Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a friend of his. But they never talked about it.
He got his 15 minutes. There's nothing to include these people. This was no time.
Hey, what did y'all think about the comments, or did y'all hear the comments Craig Hodges made about the documentary and not, being mentioned, his whole thing with Ronald Reagan going to the White House and all that?
They were talking about that on the radio and they had on anything else.
Yeah, they not saying nothing about that on the documentary.
Again, we love Craig. Not the time. It ain't. Now we talking about the 90s. When did he do that? 92.
Yeah, but it would have been the time though, Yella, because they talked about Michael Jordan's political stance. So they could have included that.
That's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but you
can talk about they ain't mentioned Bill Jackson smoking peyote, goddammit, but you know what I'm saying? We not fucking hear that. Now that's something I want. Now they did talk about the thing popping that.
Yeah.
Go back to that.
Yeah, but I mean they could have brought that up.
During his Bulls time though.
You know what I'm saying? That was big news. Craig Hodges at the White House in the full dashiki. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't small news back then.
I need to do the Craig Hodges story.
Because this is the Michael Jordan story, right?
Yeah, it's the last dance. It's the last dance.
No, this is the Michael Jordan story.
Okay. Alright, see, so this how it is, right? We all seen Avengers, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright. So we know the movie was about the event, but most of the movie was about Tony Stark. Let's not get into it. The movie pretty much came and went how Tony Stark. That's how the whole series. So this is pretty much what we watched. Watch the adventure.
What you mean?
That's like give you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I like how they doing it. Like I'm getting a different aspect because, like I said, I'm in that age range where I was more second. So now they really coming up with the time. I've been watching.
But they barely mentioned Scotty throwing the chair. They showed it, but they didn't talk about it, what led up to it, and what happened afterwards. They just showed the chair getting tossed. That wasn't a big time for this team. That wasn't a big moment for this team. If it's about the team.
Get out your soapbox.
That's it. They showed it.
Maybe you know what though? He said Juanita needs to be included. Maybe needs to be included. I don't know. Craig ain't even seen the whole real documentary. He might get it next. They might just sneak that in. You know what I'm saying? Scotty throwing the chip. They might make it. We have to stay tuned.
Yeah. I thought that was. I like how they broke down the father relationship though. You know, the Father's Day game, and that was dope. That was dope.
I felt I was in my only basement that game because we thought the season was over with that Friday. And you know that game hurt us. So on Sunday we was like, yeah, we definitely winning it today. And it was like as the game was counting down, they kept panning to the skybox to where his family was and everything.
Yeah.
And that's when he held up the sign and everything. Like, it was emotional, you know, just us watching it back then. So, like, we saw him cry like that on the floor. Like, I didn't hear him move on like that. But I heard that before. But, you know, that fella, it felt the same way he did the first time I saw it. That point. Like, it was touching me. They really were friends. Like, that was a big part of him, like, for real. And it hit the heart, and he got no thought of that.
Y'all talking about conspiracy theories. What about this? Paris say, all I know is Michael Jordan agreed to finally sign off on this documentary the day after LeBron and the Cavs had the parade after beating Golden State. Go figure.
I said that 3 weeks ago.
I know. I'm just saying it again, though. Y'all, you know, y'all say I'm always doing the conspiracy stuff. Y'all, you know, maybe that motivated Mike.
Yeah.
So Mike is so Mike is a diva. Mike said, I don't like this attention you getting. Let me put the camera back on me.
So because he signed off on the deal a day after the parade.
Oh, come on, Yella. Even you got to see something with that.
That's what Mike been sitting on this for all this time.
Yeah.
He was watching that parade like, you know what? I got you. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna make me a documentary. He forgot about Dre, niggas. You think y'all was thinking about it, but it was supposed to come out during the finals. So if LeBron was in the finals and then the last dance was going on,
think about that. I was just gonna bring that up, James. He wanted this supposed to be released in June. That's like you said, around the NBA Finals, and it was a good possibility that, you know, the Lakers was gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gotta worry about that.
Right. So imagine that if this came out during the finals and it just took the shine.
What other time would you release a basketball? It's probably the hottest time for basketball.
Oh, nah, Yella, I can't let you do that. This Michael Jordan, they could have released this.
And then why not release it during the coronavirus? Everybody's stuck now.
I'm just saying, they could have released this whenever. And this shit could have came out around the winter break. And it would have broke these numbers that it's breaking. This documentary could have been released in May, April, January, and this documentary would have gotten the attention it's getting. So yeah, I ain't think. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like he did say bring it out in well, it'll be out in June. See, Michael Jordan got a little diva in him. I don't see nothing wrong with it. We just gotta be honest.
You can't be that. You can't be that level. That level of greatness. You really.
They called him an attention whore.
Like, will we really believe him? Will we really believe him if he was just like, yeah, you know, I could take credit for this, but it's really my team. And then, you know, he didn't put out the work. And then we look at the box score, and he 20 for 36 with 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He just told us like, yeah, I'm just glad to be here. Right.
Yeah, but in the same breath, I can't say him calling grown men hoes and bitches. You know what I'm saying? Motivated them to get that rebound.
In a different time. First of all, these cats playing probably couldn't handle that. Dude, I heard worse playing high school football. So
from your teammate?
From teammates, from coaches. Shit, you talking about regular abuse.
I mean, coaches, yeah, but your teammates was calling you a hoe and a bitch, and you just took it.
Get trucked in football practice, and hear what your teammates gonna say and call you. I bet you won't get trucked again. We forgot, man. Sports used to be a tough guy thing instead of a finesse thing.
No, I'm just saying. I played sports. I ain't never got called a hoe or a bitch. And when motherfuckers did talk out their mouth, it was a fight.
Yeah. So either you fought them and they didn't call you a hoe no more, or you didn't do the whole shit that you got called out for.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and say it. How come he ain't swing on Horace Grant? He gonna swing on little Steve Kerr. Man.
That was.
You know, gonna dot Steve Kerr eye. But you ain't gonna swing on Horace. You ain't swing on Scott Barrera.
It would have been worse if he'd have swung on Scott Barrera. But he said that dude was just too damn good.
Right.
You talking about somebody, if he could have kicked that dude ball, he probably would have just like Barrera.
Right.
That's how he say he was just like, man, Mike was so cool. He treated me like shit, man. He was just so, you're talking about somebody with Stockholm syndrome. He probably shaved his head and everything, looked like that when he was young. Like, man, he give him a team with him. He's like, yes, sir. He was, what's his name? Django.
Oh, the house nigga was like Steven, the house nigga. Don't trust them new niggas over there.
Oh, he was on the
Ooh. What else Paris say? Well, Paris is active today. He said, "This how much of an asshole Michael Jordan was. How the hell you don't have teammates? You don't have a teammate's number. You the team captain.
Yes.
He had to call someone to get to call Steve Kerr. Yeah, I peeped that too.
Steve Kerr, no.
Yeah, I peeped that too. Yeah. I guess if you want gambling with Mike, he need your phone number. That's how Mike saw it. And you ain't talking about betting no money. I don't need to talk to you.
He was like, what you want to go with us for? We about to play for $1.
Right.
I want to take your money in my pocket. That was college right there. You know, he wasn't no joke. He wanted to be just what he was. Yeah, I just think this is kind of giving everybody what they want. If you feel like he was a bully, this is kind of I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not a bully, but I'm also a person of results. And if you can show me that took that work and they work that extreme, both still big. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have really hard to tell me that his motivational tactics ain't good.
I think his motivational tactics were he knew that they were gonna win regardless of if he quote unquote pushed them to their best ability. That's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just think Mike had fun bullying their ass. Like, what you gonna do? Because again, I still don't see it. I still don't see this pushing them to be ready to go to war and all that, as he was trying to say. I don't see it being like that. I mean, yeah.
If he made them tougher though, because a lot of them dudes wasn't like the toughest cats on the court. In any other circumstance, they wouldn't be even on the second string team. So let's be honest. He did have to put some ragamuffins together and make them a little harder. One of my I don't know, he ain't my favorite, man, but it was a Dickie Simpson segment.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the screen for about 5 seconds. I could just imagine the type of shit he called Dickie Simpson. I didn't even do it, but okay, I'm pretty sure, like, in his prime, Dickie Simpson could probably beat me in basketball because he was in the NBA. But how does he make it to the NBA? When we talk about Dickie, like, why he ain't get me?
I don't know. Well, hey.
I just tried. What he only one on the teams afterwards? They had a raid. Like there was nobody. Wasn't Randy Brown? Nobody. But Dickie Simpson. Yep. That was horrible. He was the last one.
Hey, but Dickie probably was that dude Mike looked at like, nah, I ain't fucking with him. He ain't rap too tight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't rap too tight.
Dickie was sitting at the end of the bench, tying both his shoelaces together. After he on the wrong end and shit, he tied him up in the middle. He's like, I gotta go.
Hey, look, Paris say Michael Jordan punching Kerr helped Kerr jump shot.
Don't be the diss now, man.
I made him a better shooter by beating his ass in practice.
He was farsighted at first. First, the nigga eyed the 20/20 vision.
Right. Mike probably called Popovich like, "You're welcome, coach. You're welcome."
That's why I heard for the bank from out, so I can see.
If I didn't put hands on him, Popovich, he wouldn't have that jump shot. You're welcome.
Okay. Man, I say, we talking about a different generation. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a different generation. Wow, that probably wouldn't stop. And I see that was a lot of what most of these episodes was about. It was really emotional because he was actually speaking a lot about his team. And you can kind of see like he had his admiration for his teammates. Even Scott Burrell didn't fight back. But he respected him even more because of that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he got respect for him for shit. And he still balled. He was still cool about it. He took this like big up. That's kind of how he was today.
Well, I will. Go ahead, Jay.
No, he was somebody that I was hoping they would have touched on a little bit, and that was, Brian Williams, Vice Daly.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would have, because Mike respected them a lot. They recruited, they got him.
Yeah.
That was Mike B. That was another player that Benson Caffey was another guy that he liked. He had quite a few, that were second tier guys that he actually really liked and respected. It wasn't always, bullying or, picking on him. He was something Caffey. He did. Was glad when management did whatever trade move or whatever the situation was. That's what he's trying to get out of there. Really. Just want to see what. Let me get as much money as I can now. Anybody I like around.
This Sunday was probably the first Sunday that the shows wasn't that entertaining as the other weeks. I really don't know why, but I really wasn't like, I gotta watch this again. It was kind of, it was good, but it was like, this is probably the low in the documentary. So I'm hoping they end on a better note. You know what I'm saying?
This was the downfall of the team, bro. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't the most entertaining. I can agree with that. It wasn't the most exciting. That's what it was watching them dominate, win, and overpower. We got to see him being blown. And that's why I say it was the most emotional 2 episodes of the series so far. Because they really got into how he felt about his father, and how he felt about his team, and how he felt about his future. You know what I'm saying? And as being the greatest basketball player of all time, what else can I do to just even scratch that itch of being the greatest? You know what I'm saying? They got in depth and really went to the person.
Yeah, it was just okay to me. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I hated it, but it was like, it's okay. It's okay. Could have been better. Like I said, there was so much going on around that time. I wanted them to talk about it. I wanted them to get into the Scotty throwing the chair thing. Really, I really did.
If we want to talk about something with Scotty, can we talk about the inconsistency of this nigga's haircuts, bro? I've been watching the fucking documentary, bro. This nigga has had horrible haircut after horrible haircut after, and it was all bad in different versions of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bald head, so like I feel like I can go with it. But you know what I'm saying? It was just all bad.
Yeah.
They ain't talking about when the nigga Jay did, he had a motherfucking meat roll.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, that's how you knew Scotty was broke. Or wasn't making that much money when you saw his hair. Like, you can't be getting paid that much. Alright, well, anybody got some parting shots? See somebody playing marbles or something. Anybody got some parting shots before we log this one out? Yeah, we almost there.
One thing I want to give them big props up to is that the use of hip hop, all the fucking hip hop tracks throughout this whole documentary, just like, man, from everybody, bro, fucking Slick Rick, fucking
oh yeah.
Everybody, bro, they played everything. So yeah, shout out to whoever put the soundtrack and the score together. They snapped with the deal.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna take this line from Parrish. When Michael Jordan went 6 for 25 in the finals, Steve Kerr should have walked up and took his food and said, "You can't eat." All right, y'all. On that note, we out.